Today I'm going to show you how I study art and the 4 methods I've used so far in my art journey. These methods have helped me improve my art from this to this, and hopefully they can help you grow as an artist as well. Let's jump straight in with the first method, fundamentals. The way I use fundamentals is I find a reference for the aspect of art that I'm learning, whether it be anatomy, perspective, color theory. I observe the reference before drawing it, and then I look for all the stuff that I've seen before in other references or things that I've drawn before. Then I study it. I break them down into basic shapes, cubes, spheres, cylinders, and then I recreate the shape. The next method I use is tracing. This method's been getting a lot of buzz in the art community lately, but honestly, I think it's a great method for learning how to move your hand when drawing certain things that you may not have drawn before. For example, the human anatomy. It's complex and has a range of different shapes, but by tracing, you can get used to drawing it. The way I trace is, once again, I find a reference, I'll draw basic shapes, put them over the image, then I try and add some details. Once I've traced the image, I'll use that drawing or sketch as a reference for a different sketch that I'll use so that I can apply what I've learned. This is called active recall, and it helps me consolidate the knowledge from the reference. I can then put this information in my visual library to use later. The third method I use is called feedback. Normally what I do is once I've finished an artwork, I go into an art community online and I show the people there. Although sometimes I get critiques from others about my work, I mainly have to resort to self-critiquing. And so what I do is once I've finished an artwork, I tend to wait a day or so, and then I look for mistakes and I train my eye to find these mistakes. And then I try and fix them later on, whether it be anatomy, values, whatever mistake I find, I study that. The final method is studying from other artists. This one is probably the most fun, for me anyway. Normally what I do is when I look at art from other people, if I vibe with their work, then I'll just sketch a part of it, whether it be a pose or expressions. I tend to do this when reading manga and watching anime, and it's pretty fun. It also improves your observation because you keep an eye out for what looks interesting. By doing this, you can also adapt your own art style. Alright, so I covered all 4 methods that I've been using in my art journey. So here's a summary. Always use references. Prioritize studying what you're weakest at. Study what you enjoy for sustainability. And learning how to study art is all about the ability to recognize different shapes within more complex forms, then reconstructing them using more basic shapes. This is my art study method, and I hope it helped you all. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.